Hello, here we are on another Saturday afternoon, back to working on the Jeep Gladiator, Leonidas. This is all that wiring I was doing last weekend, and I had to order some parts to finish an addition here, but we have the Cobra, I think it's the LX29 or the L29 CB radio that we've installed, and then I have the Midland MXT 400 Gmrs radio that we have installed. I ended up adding some fuse blocks to be able to run some power to. I didn't show all of the wires last weekend and exactly why. I wanted to wait till I got the radios mounted, but we have the radios mounted up top up here to this JCR Molly panel that we mounted to the roof of the Jeep, to the roll bar of the Jeep. All right, so step one, we pop the hood. We have to run our power in the ground. So once we get our hood up, I have come in here last weekend and installed a 6-location little covered fuse block from O'Reilly's, and I ran my ground here to the frame on the Jeep. I ran my power off the battery cable over here through a number 12 coming to the fuse block, and like I said, it has room for 6 fuses that go in there, and then I've already run power up. These are some extra fuses, which I know I don't need, that go to the CB. They were in line, so I just left them, and I've got some extra power. Okay. So, needed something to mount the CBs to. This is a overhead Molly panel made by JCR, and there's tons of stuff you can mount to it and do with it. I didn't want to put all the CBs up above the mirror and around it. I didn't want to put them down on the floorboard in case we ended up getting them wet or nasty later. So we ended up running this panel. You only have to drill 2 bolts to install it. These pieces back here in the back where your T-top pieces latch to, you just take the 4 Torx bolts loose. This slides up in behind that. You lay this forward. You can do these front holes without folding the windshield forward, but I had to run the power wires, and it's a whole lot easier, keep from messing stuff up. So I folded the windshield forward, drilled my holes, checked my fit, popped this inside trim here down, and was able to put my 1/4-inch bolts on. So that is what we got done last weekend. So we ended up pulling the T-top off of the Jeep, the back part of the top off of the Jeep, because we wanted full access to be able to run our coax cables to the antennas in the back and to our 2 communications radios, our CB and our Midland radio that we've got in the front. Should get a whole lot more distance out of it. Ended up pulling the side panels, the front panel, part of the top panel, and the back panel off, where I could actually get in and run those wires completely hidden and completely safe. They'd come across and look right, and hook up my power wires too. We're going to take a look at the back now. Okay, so this is where we ended up mounting our antennas. A couple weeks ago, I had mounted our CB whip to the top back here on the back of this Zeroed rack that we have. And on this side of the gas cans mounts, we've got the antenna for the GMRS radio. There is a stubby antenna that comes with it, but we ended up getting this. I think it may be a 4-watt antenna. I'll have to double check. But we ended up mounting this antenna for the GMRS and that antenna for the CB. The CB wires come underneath the rack where the lip is, where it connects to the bed. They're zip tied all along. The GMRS goes around the corner behind our lights and through. We took one of the factory holes in a step bit and we drilled about a 7/8 hole and then put a wire grommet to be able to run both of our coaxes through. I ended up taking off part of this interior panel, all of these panels along here and the front going down to be able to come through, go down and come back up inside of this roll bar. So I bring both of my wires inside of this roll bar and up, and then I cross over on the middle piece where the speakers are to be able to go over to both CB and GMRS. Okay. I still have to get my mic mounts installed. I've just got this gear keeper zip tied up here to the top right now on the CB. I have to get the Midland mic mounted